Welcome to a special celebrity edition of Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. And you might recognise them as they've won some of the country's toughest quiz shows. They are the Eggheads. And materialising on Planet Egghead today are Behind the Sofa. Now, this team from Doctor Who sees the 6th Doctor himself, Colin Baker, ably guiding 4 of his assistants through what could be their most dangerous adventure to date. How will the foes they've faced in the past compare to the masters of quizzing? Well, at least we know now where the Doctor Who production team get their monster ideas from. You can take that costume off now, Pat. Sonic screwdrivers at the ready. Let's meet the team.
Hello, I'm Colin Baker, and I played the Doctor in Doctor Who from 1983 to 1986.
My name's Frazer Hines, and I played Jamie McCrimmon to Patrick Troughton's Doctor, and then later on, Jamie McCrimmon to Colin Baker's Doctor.
Hello, my name's Louise Jameson. I played the character of Leela alongside Tom Baker's Doctor in the late 70s, and I also played alongside the lovely John Leeson.
And in case anybody doesn't recognise me, I'm John Leeson, voice of K9 in Doctor Who.
Hello, my name's Katy Manning, and I played Jo Grant with John Pertwee's Doctor Who, and I've worked with a plethora of doctors since.
Welcome to you Behind the Sofa, loving the team name. How many millions upon millions of people watched it from that position? I mean, Colin, you must have had so much fun. That came across on screen. Was it actually a job?
It's the best job on telly, isn't it? Apart from yours, of course, and theirs, and theirs, yes. Yeah. It's the other best job on telly. And, you know, driving people behind the sofa where they belong is a good, worthwhile activity, I think.
But did you, I mean, because it was so much fun, I mean, you played it with that tongue in the cheek, and it's something that's continued with many other doctors as well. Was it difficult at times, though, to get that sense of menace? I mean, it was gentle menace across there, but there was just so many scary moments.
Well, to be honest, even though you say it was tongue in cheek, it wasn't when you're doing it.
Yeah.
When you're doing it, you've got to play it for real, because if you're playing with a tongue in your cheek, then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's got to be really happening, and those monsters have got to be really scary. That was the tough bit of acting in the 80s. Now they are scary.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Back then, you could see the 5 people holding them up. And I did do one scene once where I actually had to end the scene standing still, because if I'd moved, the set would have fallen down.
Which no doubt they would have turned into some kind of alien invasion or something like that. Let's play it, shall we? Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers' chosen charity. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So Behind the Sofa, the Eggheads have won the last 5 games. That means £6,000 says you can't beat the Eggheads. Aha. And let's see, our first head-to-head battle is going to be on the subject of history. History, well, you've all travelled through time.
I'll take it on.
Right.
I'm a brave woman.
Well, Katy, I wonder if they'll let you choose who you play from the Eggheads. At this stage in the game, none of them have played, and the rules are you can choose anyone you like.
I'm going to have the lovely Daphne, because if I'm going for a challenge, it's going to be with the lovely Daphne. It's you and me, sweetheart.
OK, well, you and me, sweetheart, as Katy said. That means Katy and Daphne. Into the question room, please. That's Katy, just so as you can't confer with your teammates. It's history, and you get to choose. Do you want to go first or second, Katy?
Well, I think I'll start first. Thank you.
All right, good luck, and first question to you then. What was the main cause of the so-called Boston Tea Party? Taxation, imprisonment without trial, or religious oppression?
Taxation.
Absolutely, yes. The right
Sorry,
answer.
I just got very excited.
Thought I might get some more there, but the
No,
right
that's
answer.
it.
That's
I've peaked.
sufficient. Correct, 1 on the board. And Daphne, your first question. The middle and western coastal region of North Africa, now occupied by Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia and Libya, was known by what name until the 19th century? The Barbary Coast, the Gold Coast or the Ivory Coast?
Well, that was where all the pirates hung out, so it's Barbary Coast.
The Barbary Coast, that is correct too, and 1 each. Back to you, Katy, great start. Let's get your second one. In ancient Roman military parlance, what was the praetorium? A siege engine, governor's residence or latrine?
Praetorium, I know it. OK, I'm going to go with the governor's residence.
Making Colin very happy. It's the right answer, yes. Governor's residence. Well done, praetorium. 2 for you. Well, Daphne, second question. What was the first name of Robespierre, the instigator of many atrocities during the Reign of Terror in France? Didier, Gaston or Maximilien?
I'm having a think. I think it was Maximilian.
Maximilien Robespierre
Yeah?
is the right answer. Yes, well done. OK, it's all square. Well, Katy, if you get this, you might win the round. In which century did the Anglo-Saxon king Offa rule? 8th, 10th or 12th?
I really don't know. I'm going to have to guess. And I'm going to go with 8th.
OK. And Colin cheering again. It's the right answer.
No.
It is. Well done.
Gosh.
Katy, right on the money there. And if it stays like that after the answer to this question, you're in the final round. So Daphne, to stay in the game, who was the mother of Alexander the Great? Penelope, Artemisia or Olympias?
She was Olympias.
Yeah, she was, yeah.
Sorry.
Well done, Daphne. It's all square. Now, Katy, a sudden death. We take away the choices now. Make it a lot harder just to sort out a winner. Robert Scott and how many other men reached the South Pole on the ill-fated expedition of 1912?
I've got this vision of them in a tent and there was like only 2 or 3. I'm going to go with 2.
OK, 2 Robert Scott and how many other men? So 2 others. It's not right, Katy. No, it's not 2. How many, Daphne, do you think?
3.
No, that's incorrect. So
What was it?
4. Obviously, the Eggheads pushing it up there. OK, well, a chance now for Daphne to win it, maybe. In 1805, Austria surrendered all its possessions in Italy to Napoleon at the Treaty of Pressburg a few weeks after a defeat in which battle?
Austerlitz.
Austerlitz or Austerlitz is the right answer, Daphne.
Oh, I'm so
Katy,
sorry.
what can I say? Well, Daphne's just pipped you, so she'll be in the final round and you won't be. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, the Eggheads have crept into the lead, but only just as it stands behind the sofa. We'll have one brain missing from the final round. Another attempt coming up, the next one, to knock an Egghead out then for behind the sofa. This one's film and television. Film and TV, and anyone can play this apart from Katy.
I think I can see a candidate.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll take this.
Off you go then. Fraser's going to do
Fraser?
that.
Yeah.
And which Egghead can't be Daphne? Any of the other 4 for you then, Fraser?
I'd like to go behind the screens with Judith.
Maybe behind the sofa after.
Yes.
Fraser and Judith, into the question room, please. Right, let's play this round then, and you get to choose, as you know, Fraser. Do you want to go first or second?
Oh, I'll do what Katy did. I think I'll go first.
OK, kicking off in the film and television round then. Fraser, what type of headwear was frequently worn by 1970s TV detective Kojak? Cowboy hat, baseball cap or a trilby?
Well, I remember he had the lollipop. He had the shaven head, so he wasn't a cowboy hat. I would say it would be a trilby. Who loves you, baby?
Yeah, that's it, trilby, correct, and the lollipop added in there. Judith, which long-running TV series started in 1962, was last recorded in 1978 and ran for nearly 800 episodes? Z-Cars, Dixon of Dock Green or The Sweeney?
I thought Z-Cars went on longer than that. I think it might be Dixon of Dock Green. I hope.
OK, Dixon of Dock Green. No, it was the Z-Cars, the one you thought of.
I thought it
Z-Cars,
went on much longer.
Z-Cars, not Dixon of Dock Green. So, well, Fraser, 2 more correct answers guarantees you a place in the final round. In which 1980s film do Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis play husband and wife Adam and Barbara Maitland? The Fly, Beetlejuice or The Accidental Tourist?
I'm going to go for Beetlejuice.
OK, Beetlejuice. Do you think you saw it
Yes.
at the time? It's the right answer. Yes, well done. You're 1 question away, whatever Judith does, from getting into the final round. If Judith gets this wrong, you're in it straight away. Judith, Colin Firth was nominated for a Best Actor Oscar for his role in which 2009 film? A Single Man, Up in the Air or Invictus?
I saw that, and he was wonderful in it, I thought. It's A Single Man.
Yes, it was, A Single Man. So you do face another question, Fraser, and if you get this, as I say, you'll be playing for the money today. Who played the part of Sir Thomas More in the BBC TV drama The Tudors? Jason Isaacs, James Purefoy or Jeremy Northam?
I saw it and I thought they all seemed to look the same. They all had black hair, short black hair. I'm gonna go tossing up between. I'll go for Jason Isaacs.
Okay, Jason Isaacs for the role of Sir Thomas More. It's not Frazer. No. Who was the other one you were thinking of?
James Purefoy.
No, it's Jeremy Northam.
It was Jeremy Northam.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, you're still going to face another question, whatever Judith does here, but if she gets it wrong, you'll still be in the final round. So, Judith, the 1955 science fiction film Revenge of the Creature is notable for the film acting debut of which Hollywood actor? Clint Eastwood, Sidney Poitier, or Tony Curtis?
So that'd be 55 years ago. I think Tony Curtis was going strong by then, anyhow. And I think Sidney Poitier was as well. So I think it might be Clint Eastwood, very, very young.
Yes, it is. Well done, Judith. Well worked out on the dates there. Well, that makes it all square and puts us into sudden death. So, Frazer, in which 1963 film are the characters played by Gordon Jackson and Richard Attenborough caught out by the simple words, good luck?
The Great Escape.
Is the right answer, yes. And just describe the scene for us, famous scene.
They're about to get on the coach, and the Gestapo guy, and it just says they suspect the two of them. So Gordon Jackson's getting on. He says, "Good luck." He says, "Oh, thanks very much."
Yeah.
Run! And off they went.
That's better than the scene itself, reenacted from the question room. The Great Escape, let's confirm that is correct. So you need to get this, Judith. Which British actress played Gemma Palmer in the 1980s sitcom Solo?
I have absolutely not the first clue. Joanna Lumley.
Joanna Lumley. Good guess, but it's incorrect. It is Felicity Kendall.
Oh.
Felicity Kendall, so it was a good guess, but it means, Frazer, you are deservedly in the final round. Some great quizzing there, as we saw from Katy, but Katy didn't make it through. Frazer's in there, playing for the money today. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, that's evened it up. Both teams now lost one brain from the final round. So let's play our third subject today and see who gets ejected from the game. This one's science. Who'd like to play this? And remember, those who've played can't take part in another head-to-head, so it's Colin, Louise or John.
I've got a good feeling about you doing this, Louise.
Okay, but they've set such a standard.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try.
Barry, Pat or Chris? Three gentlemen in the middle there.
Barry. Barry.
Okay, you've chosen Barry. I think there's two other men there. Very disappointed not to be playing you, Louise.
I'm not.
It's going to be Barry and Louise. The subject is science. Could you both please go to the question room? Well, Louise, do you want to go first or second?
First, please, get it over with.
All right, good luck, Louise.
Thank you.
Here's your first question. An analgesic drug is most commonly used to combat what? Pain, fever, or high blood pressure?
Analgesic. I don't think it's fever. Pain. I'm going to go for high blood pressure.
An analgesic drug is used to combat pain most commonly. It's pain. It's your common painkillers, really, isn't it?
Aspirin.
OK. Well, Barry's first question. What is the diameter of a circle if its radius is 10 centimetres? 5, 20 or 314.16 centimetres?
Well, diameter is equivalent to 2 radii, so the answer must be 20 centimetres.
Yes, that's correct, 20. OK, Louise, let's get you on the board with this one. The so-called plum pudding model, ascribed to the British Nobel Prize-winning scientist J.J. Thomson, was an early attempt to explain what? Global warming, atomic theory, or black holes?
I'm not going to say atomic theory. I'm going to... global warming or black holes. Global warming.
It's not global warming. It is atomic theory. It's the one you first ruled out. Sorry, Louise. You win the round if you get this, Barry. The APGAR score is a test used to assess the health of people at what stage of their life? Infancy, middle age, or old age?
It's named after a lady doctor, Dr. Apgar, but I believe it's an acronym and the initials all stand for various things, but it's generally used against babies, so it's for people in infancy.
It is at birth. Infancy is the correct answer. I'm sure you knew that, Louise. You didn't get that question, though, unfortunately. It means we bring the curtain down on this round already, Louise.
Sorry.
And Barry's upset
Sorry,
as well.
team.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have liked it to continue for quite some time.
I bet you would. Down, boy. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, as it stands now, behind the sofa have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost that one, and we face now our last head-to-head before the final round, and this subject is music. And 2 players eligible from behind the sofa. That's Colin or John.
I might volunteer to do music.
If it's worth your while. OK, John, and choose an Egghead from the 2 remaining there, which are Chris and Pat.
What about Chris?
What about Chris?
Sounds like the name of a song. Let's have John and Chris into the question room then, please. Now, do you want to go first or second, John?
I'll keep up the tradition. I'll go first.
OK, first question, John. Music. Let's see if we can get you into the final round. What word is commonly used to mean a short, repeated phrase in jazz, pop and rock music? Riff, faff or toff?
I have a funny feeling Leonard Bernstein wrote something about riffs, and I think I'm going to go with riffs. Riff sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me as well. It's the right answer. Riff is correct. OK, Chris, which comedy troupe's recordings included the Ying Tong song from 1956, Monty Python's Flying Circus, The Goons or Beyond the Fringe?
You rotten swan, you! That was the Goons.
The Goons, that's correct. Let's answer some more questions then now. John, your second one. What is the nationality of the girl in the title of the Michael Jackson single that reached number 13 in the UK in 1989? Croatian, Liberian or Peruvian?
The Peruvian sounds quite exotic. Shall I go with that? What do you think, K9? Be careful. I'll go with Peruvian.
K9 will be upset. It's Liberian.
Ah!
Liberian. The girl in that Michael Jackson song is Liberian. So, Chris, a chance for the lead. In the lyrics to Madonna's hit single Vogue, the phrase gave good face immediately follows the name of which actress? Ingrid Bergman, Bette Davis or Rita Hayworth?
Well, Bette Davis' Eyes is another song altogether, so I don't think it's Bette Davis. Oh, Ingrid Bergman.
Ingrid Bergman, you think, for gave good face? Katie, did I hear you venturing?
I think Rita Hayworth.
Yeah, Rita Hayworth is the answer. Chris, Rita Hayworth is behind the sofa. Got there. So it stays all square. No damage done, John, with that
Thank you very
Peruvian
much.
answer.
What I like to hear.
And third question for you. Who sang the version of Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head that appeared in the film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? B.J. Thomas, Willie Nelson or John Fogerty?
Again, I'm going to have to guess. And I think I'm going to go straight down the middle and say it's Willie Nelson.
Of course, Sacha Distel had a hit with it, didn't he?
That's right.
Sing it with a French accent.
Yeah.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. You have to do.
Didn't he? B.J. Thomas, didn't he write it?
B.J. Thomas, John. That's Fraser got there. B.J. Thomas sang it in the film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They were riding around on a bike or something.
I'd like to hear Willie Nelson's version now. It's very interesting.
Maybe he's done one. It would be a good version there, as Katie's saying, Willie Nelson's version. OK, Chris, you can win the round if you get a correct answer here. Pirelli's Miracle Elixir is a song from which musical? Oklahoma, Sweeney Todd or White Horse Inn?
Sounds like something that would have been pushed out by a snake oil salesman in the early days of the West, so it's got to be Oklahoma.
OK, Oklahoma. What do you think, Daphne, our musical expert?
Yes, I think it's right.
Well, interesting.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Sweeney Todd.
It's Sweeney Todd.
Is
Other
it?
Eggheads saying that. Sweeney Todd. Miracle, no miracle there for the Eggheads. Well, very much in it, John, and sudden death again. Here's your question, John. What 3-word German phrase is the common name for Mozart's Serenade number 13 for strings in G major?
K9 is telling me in my ear that it was eine kleine Nachtmusik.
Very nicely pronounced as well. Absolutely correct. Yes, eine kleine Nachtmusik. So that's Serenade number 13 for strings in G major. Means Chris has to get this. Chris, PM Dawn's 1991 UK hit single, Set Adrift on Memory Bliss, contains substantial use of a sample from which Spandau Ballet song?
The only Spandau Ballet song I can call to mind is Gold. I don't see how you'd sample that, because it's a horrible cacophony in my books. I have to go with Gold.
It's not Gold is another single word title.
True.
It's True.
True.
Which is what your answer was not. So it means, John, you're in the final round, you and K9.
Bless, how lovely.
Both of you in the final round. That'll bolster the team then. John, would you come back and join your team, and you as well, Chris, please? So this is what we've been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which as always is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Louise and Katy from behind the sofa, and Chris and Judith from the Eggheads, would you leave the studio, please? So Colin, Frazer and John, you're playing to win behind the sofa, £6,000 for your chosen charity. And Daphne, Barry and Pat, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions, they're all general knowledge. You are allowed to confer in this round. So Colin, Frazer and John, the question is, are your 3 brains better than the Eggheads' 3? And behind the sofa, would you like to go first or second? It's your choice.
We've decided to continue the trend and go first, if we may.
You certainly may go first, and best of luck with them. As I say, general knowledge, anything can come up. Here's your first question. Who helped to put the electronic music device known as the stylophone on the map in the 1960s and 70s through marketing and advertising? Bob Harris, Rolf Harris or Keith Harris?
That was the wonderful, bearded Rolf Harris.
Not Keith Harris?
No. Not Keith.
Any idea what it is?
Whispering Bob either.
Yes, Rolf Harrison. Good start there for behind the sofa. And your first question, Eggheads. In the English expression, which creature is commonly said to be in the room to denote an issue or problem which is known about but considered to be too awkward to discuss? Albatross, elephant or bear?
Elephant.
Elephant.
That's the elephant, Dermot.
You sure?
The elephant in the room. Yes.
Elephant in the room is correct, Eggheads. Both eased in there. Let's ratchet it up a bit. Behind the sofa, second question. Which football club did Rafael Benitez manage immediately before joining Liverpool in 2004? Was it Real Madrid, Valencia or Barcelona?
I've got a feeling of Valencia, but I honestly don't know.
No, I'll go with you then, Valencia.
No, don't.
Well, Valencia's a nice place. Let's go there.
Right now.
Well, go on, you go. Colin, you haven't answered the question all
We
day.
trust you, Colin. We trust you.
We're going to go for Valencia.
Trusting the doctor. And right to do so, it's correct. Yes, Valencia. Well done. Certainties kind of disappear there, don't they, when you're faced with those choices in the Eggheads. But you got it. You got 2 out of 2. So Eggheads. Behind here, which member of the Beatles set up his own label called Dark Horse Records in 1974? John Lennon, Paul McCartney or George Harrison?
Well, I know George Harrison set up a film company.
Film company.
I'm wondering, did he set up a record label as well?
I don't know the answer to this.
I can't think. I'm sure John and Paul have never set anything up.
I've never heard of it mentioned.
Of George Harrison.
George Harrison? Yeah. We'll go for George Harrison, but we're very unsure.
It is the right answer, George Harrison. Dark Horse Records. So it's all square again, and back to behind the sofa, who've been going really well. And third question, in 2003, Sir Ranulph Fiennes published a biography of which explorer? Francis Drake, David Livingstone or Captain Scott?
I have a
you have a feeling.
I have a feeling that it might be Scott.
I think it might be Scott too.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of exploration.
An instinctive thing, but I'm not...
that he's kind of mainly interested in.
Yeah.
I'd say it seems too obvious, but sometimes the obvious... we'll go with you.
Well, we all have a similar feeling without the actual knowledge, and we think it's Captain Scott.
You've all got a feeling. It's the right feeling, yes, well done. Yeah. And Ranulph Fiennes, well, I mean, yes, it's his polar exploration. I mean, he's lost several digits, hasn't he, through frostbite over the years? Bits missing, I'm sure he's
chopped some of them off himself.
Oh, goodness me. Well, Captain Scott appearing again in the quiz and identified there by behind the sofa, which means Eggheads, as you know, if you get this wrong, they have beaten you. What French term was used to describe the 1940s and 50s European equivalent of America's abstract expressionism? Was it pochoir, tachism, or réalité nouvelle?
I'm absolutely certain on this. It was tachism.
I am assured it's tachism. Tachism?
Tachism. It's the right answer. Well done, Eggheads. Knew that one. OK. Well, yet again, this has been so close that we're always going to sudden death. And in the final round, as you might have expected, you could put money on it. Sudden death. So behind the sofa, no choices. Between 1969 and 1973, the singer Lulu was married to which pop music performer?
Morris Gibb.
Just remember, I need a correct first name and
Morris
surname.
Gibb.
Your answer is?
Morris Gibb.
You're absolutely certain, aren't you? It's the right answer, yes. Got to get your Gibbs right there.
Yes, yeah.
Of the Bee Gees, clearly. Yes, Morris Gibb, married to Lulu for those years in the late 60s, early 70s. And Eggheads need to get this then, again. Which figures in Scandinavian mythology take their name from the Old Norse, meaning chooser of the slain?
Valkyries.
Valkyries? Yeah. I think they gather them up and take them off. Yeah. We're going for Valkyries.
Valkyries is correct, Eggheads. Well, you're not slain next in quizzing terms. What do you got to do? Yes, leave them alone.
Yeah.
You are doing
bullying.
fantastically.
You realise that?
Listen, you're just
This is bullying.
I think you're doing it to them. You're just cruising along here with these answers. Wonderful stuff. OK, best of luck with this one then. Which 1937 Astaire and Rogers musical film features the couple performing the number "Let's Call the Whole Thing Off" on roller skates?
What titles can you conjure up?
Top Hat.
Top Hat?
Yeah. There's Top Hat.
Flying down to Rio.
Yeah, Flying Down to Rio.
What was the year again?
37, yeah. Astaire and Rogers singing "Let's Call the Whole Thing Off" on roller skates in which film?
Yes, all right. Yep.
With no real confidence, alas, we're coming up with Top Hat.
Top Hat, Astaire and Rogers, but it's not Top Hat. It's incorrect. Do you know, Eggheads? You might know, Daphne.
Shall we dance?
It is Shall We Dance. But it wasn't your question. So you don't win with that. Here is your question, an opportunity, though, to take the game. Which city is home to the headquarters of the European Space Agency?
I think they control some of their gadgets from Darmstadt, but it's not the centre. I think it's Paris.
My first thought was Paris.
I thought,
It doesn't matter.
I can't think of any other strong rival.
I just think
Go
it's
for it.
Paris.
Slight doubt, but we're going for Paris.
Just think it's Paris. And that's it. No reason. It's the right answer, Eggheads. You've won. Hot diggity dog. Very generous of you. Absolutely cracking stuff there. And just after so many questions, one in it came down to that European Space Agency. The Eggheads, though, have done what comes naturally to them. That winning streak continues. I'm afraid you won't be going home with the £6,000 for your chosen charity. That means, of course, the money rolls over to the next show. Eggheads, congratulations. Who will beat you? Do join us next time to see if a team of former Radio 1 DJs have the brains to defeat the Eggheads. £7,000 now says they don't. Until then, goodbye.